watch Logan Eggleston, who has given so much to your program over the last 5 years, check that final box.
She bookends it, baby. What a career that she's had, and so proud of her.
Little Freudian slip.
That's great.
Tes, we took a week off, and I think this was great because we can say that Jared Elliott is one of us. That's a cool dude. He just let it slip out, reeled it back in, and Texas won their fourth volleyball national championship. Those girls, they were destined for that.
Oh, for sure. I don't know if he's like one of us because we never reel it back in.
No, zero filters, nothing. Maybe we had to have Jared Elliott on here.
He's a better man than I, woman. But no, gosh, I can't watch, the last point and the girls run into the middle of the court and dogpiling on each other and crying and screaming. And I couldn't watch that enough. And so it was so cool. I'm so happy for them. It's so deserving.
Oh, it was such, they've always had great teams, great volleyball teams, but that one, and I remember they've had a ton of great elite level teams who,
absolutely,
the luck just didn't fall their direction. It takes luck to win a national championship along the way.
Yeah, it does.
Because I remember my first year when I left Oklahoma City and I started at KVU, they won it. I was there for 2 months. Hey, national championship.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Hey, this is our 15th and our 16th installment, Tuesdays with Tes and Hook 'em Football and Honest AC and Plumbing.
16.
Sweet 16, baby. Honest AC and Plumbing. We got some things cooking with those guys. We're going to have some content with them in the new year. And, of course, leave the AC alone and get your heater serviced, maintenance by Honest AC and Plumbing, because it is a little chilly now as we move on. Tes, let's give a big shout out to all the viewers and the listeners on the audio platform, the video platform, you guys keep coming back, man, and we love you. We appreciate you.
Thank you. We love you guys and girls, guys and gals. So appreciate y'all.
Much love. Hey, so the Alamo Bowl, we're going.
Woohoo!
Thousands of others are going to the Alamo City for Texas and Washington. And, of course, that's the 29th.
Correct.
And it's going to be it is honestly a fun bowl game. They do it right. But this time of year, things change for all college football programs for bowl games because the decision is whether or not to play if you're an NFL draft eligible player. And what is your take on that? Because there's some big names who won't be playing for the Longhorns.
I think it would be kind of silly to go out and play a bowl game if you're, about to enter the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, of course you want to play in the bowl game. You want to be out there to support your team. But at the same time, you got to think about your career and your future. And, God forbid you got an injury. So I think, as much as the guys that I know that won't be out there during the Alamo Bowl, I think they've made the right decision for their future. And I wish them the absolute best in the draft. And we'll just have to play without them.
Yeah, this happens every year, especially I want to say more so the last 5 to 6 years. I fully support, and I've said it once and I'll say it again, like you just said. If you're not playing in a big time prestigious bowl game like the Sugar Bowl, and if you're not playing in the CFP,
right,
and you have a really good chance to be selected on day 1 or day 2, don't play in that bowl game. It's not worth it. And
totally agree. I mean, I don't even know if the CFP, maybe just the Natty might be the only exception, and I mean, even then, I don't know. So, and the thing is, I think it's good because, we're going to have to get used to playing without those players. So why don't we start now?
Yeah. And I think Stevie Lee said it best. He said, you know what, the bowl games, honestly, because you usually have at least 2 to 3 weeks before it's like a precursor to spring camp, because the bowl game is to prepare for the next year.
Yeah. So
exactly
I think,
right.
no time like the present, get out on a bowl game stage and, see what the team looks like without some of these, amazing either seniors or players that are leaving early to go to the draft, because it's going to change the dynamic. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So I think it's cool to let's see what we got.
Yeah. So these 3 guys pictured, don't expect them to play in the Alamo Bowl. They'll be there for the team. Of course, Bijan Robinson, we'll mention him shortly here in a second. He's got bigger fish to fry. NFL, he will not return for his senior season. And then DeMarvion Overshown going to the NFL draft. And then, of course, we got Roschon Johnson. I mean, you talk about a heart and soul of a team right there. And
right.
Ironically, look at the patch on the Alamo Bowl last time they played in it.
I noticed that, actually. So, yeah, I mean, these 3 guys are just worth their weight in gold, heart and soul of the Texas Longhorn team. And they will leave their legacy. And I hope we make them proud. And hopefully they'll be on the sidelines watching and cheering on the Horns from San Antonio next week.
Well, this is Bijan this afternoon, when he made his formal announcement.
I will be declaring for the 2023 NFL Draft. It's been such a blessing, just being here and, being able to talk to you guys and to, develop a relationship, not just like for a football relationship, but I know that, if I see you guys just outside of football and even just in a store, like, it's going to be all love. But man, for me, it's been a fun ride here. I've done everything, that I try to do, and God's plan for me while I've been here. And, I want to thank, just everybody.
So, Tes, as a fan, I mean, you can't get any better of a human being than that guy right there. I mean,
you cannot. And he also has good mustard.
The mustard has been fabulous. You and I got to sample that on the opening weekend immediately. Right. He's right in front of us.
That's right.
As an individual, I mean, there's been some great guys come through this program in every college football program. But from a fan's point of view, what makes him different? What did you think that Bijan, what about him that really just not only resonates, but as a fan that you really think that guy is just, he's going to be unmatched, so to speak?
Well, I mean, there's no doubt about his talent, but also it seems like he, I don't know him personally, so I can only judge from what I've heard and what I've seen, but he is incredibly well-spoken. He's thoughtful. He's a team player. And, it seems like he's also very humble. And I mean, I think it's hard to retain that when you get the notoriety that he has. And he just seems like an all-around good person. And, if I was going to get married again, I'd probably ask him to be my bridesmaid.
Well, he Ricky Williams was a bride. And remember in that Sports Illustrated cover with Mike Ditka?
I would totes ask Bijan to be in my wedding.
That 100%, and he would do it. I guarantee you wouldn't turn it down. I have
no dress wearing. He can wear his. So I mean, the man can dress. That's another thing. Good God, style on the man.
Rollback shirts.
Oh, woo. So anyway, yeah. The invitation's out there, Bijan. Don't worry. It's probably not ever going to happen again. So no pressure.
Tess, I'll tell you something about him. He started at Texas after I had left the media, and I'll tell you one thing about him that, let's see, 19, 20, 21. No, 2021. Yeah, no, he was long gone. I made a lot of friends or life connections, a few, from former players at both universities in Texas. But I've never seen, and I can name them. I mean, I could call a few of them, but this guy's different. Much different. I mean, he really values everyone he meets. That's what Bijan is just different. Simple.
Yeah. It's something, there's something about it. You can see the air, you can see the light, you can see his interaction with other human beings from all walks of life. And yeah, it's fun to watch. And like I said, it's the type of person you want to be in your wedding.
100%.
He's that badass.
Yeah.
It's a very select group of people.
It's very rare. So the reason why we're not talking much about the Alamo Bowl, and because there's not a lot to talk about. And now next week that will shift. That will shift. When we for Tuesdays of Tes next week, it'll be a significant shift in content, and so that's what we have. So Tes, have you followed over the years the walk-ons ceremonies that they surprise walk-ons and reward them and place them on scholarship?
I have, and I think I know what you're going to reference. It's pretty amazing, actually, when that happens.
I love it because everyone's on it. Sometimes it's a surprise for everybody.
Yeah.
There's been some really big deals, such as getting parents to get on the jumbo. They record them jumbo screen at a practice, and they turn around. Their parents said, "We're so proud of you," or your mom's calling to tell you that you're on scholarship now. It resonates with me because, listen, most of these walk-ons are incredibly talented, or they're preferred walk-ons. They just didn't get offered a scholarship. Mm-hmm. I was a walk-on for 2 weeks at Stephen F. Austin. 2 whole weeks.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it lasted 2 weeks.
Is that before they offered you scholarship?
No, they didn't offer me anything. And rightfully so.
You played right into that one, my friend. Yeah. Right into my hand.
Yeah, I sure did. Well, this guy, I love these reactions. It hits all the emotions, and I think Sark did a great job of, I'll just say this Westlake Chaparral on scholarship. This was a lot of fun, and I just, man, emotions right here.
We got to get right into it. Is everybody clear with what the plan is today? One last thing. Michael Tapp, you're on scholarship.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Love it.
I watched that several times, too.
Oh. The kid, I mean, he plays quite a bit. You don't see that very often.
No.
At all.
I think it's great. I love how Sark did it, and I love the reaction from all of his teammates. And, I mean, that's what you'd love to see. That's what makes a great team.
That's what it is. And the kid I'll just say this, Taff is, when he was at Westlake, the kid just sacrificed his body. And that's why they won those state championships, because of guys like him. He made this one-handed interception in a state championship game, I think 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I've never understood why he's where he belongs, but I couldn't believe there was not more attention for him. I thought the kid was a underrated, under-recruited defensive back and deserves. So shout out to Mr. Taff, man. You enjoyed that. So
yeah, it's awesome.
It is completely awesome. So, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, we're getting to see a lot more of Deion and really gotten to know him. Great media coverage through he has his other son, that little media. His social media is unreal. So, Rob J., the reporter at Jackson State, he's got a big bond. So, I don't think he's going to Colorado, Tes, with Deion Sanders, but Deion was talking about how this is huge because of the guys on his coaching staff are now becoming close to becoming millionaires now. They've worked their way up, and he's so happy for his assistants. So Rob J., in his final interview at Jackson State, this is funny. He's trying to lobby to get a part of that millionaire status.
That's kind of nice, but there's another guy who needs some life changing as well. Damn them. Damn them. Now, there's one more you need. One more need to be life changing. Why are you talking about them?
I mean, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You know, come on, take me to Boulder.
That's right.
Write me a check for $500,000. Oh my God.
I mean, I'll go.
Yeah, I know. Hey, he can find a role for you. You know, you need some
I'll do something for him.
neuro care.
That's right. That's right.
You know where to take him.
Yeah.
So, they lost,
Nurse on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Coach Prime's sports nurse.
Well, your resume is pretty long. You can do anything.
Yeah. I could. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm a Renaissance woman. I can find something to do.
You're damn straight. That so the one big thing that's amazing about this, I mean, they lost the HBCU national championship to North Carolina Central. It's just hard watching that, but it's winners and losers, you know. But now,
right,
you see this transition now to Colorado is really, they're already flipping kids.
Yeah, it's going to be. There's a lot of change going on in Old Boulder right now.
Let's think how long we
new sheriff in town, guys.
There's a new sheriff in town. Oh my God. Speaking of, not speaking of. So Phil Bennett was the interim at North Texas in their bowl game, and this is something I put in here because I knew you would appreciate this. Phil Bennett's coached all over, and I think he's an Aggie. A former student. Somebody asked him something about a play, and he said, well, and this was his response to that.
I'm an Aggie, but I'm not stupid.
Sorry, buddy. Those two things are not interchangeable.
Wow, got called out by the Tes Sawyer. That's hilarious. Hey, I think North Texas was one of your picks, right?
Yes, my picks are they're sucking.
Well, I hated creating this because I couldn't believe it.
It's okay.
You didn't have a good week in the first week of bowl games.
I know.
Mine wasn't awesome, but it wasn't this. All right, Tess.
I know. Just rip the Band-Aid off.
Let's go.
Let me have it.
You're falling below 500. I can't believe it. I did not expect that.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think these are really hard to pick.
They are.
I'm not making excuses for myself.
I think they're making.
But this is. I feel like I just did a lot of dice rolling, and my dice that came up short.
These are hard to pick. They're really hard. Just for everybody knows, there's so many bowl games. I'm not even going to waste the time. And no offense to the corporate sponsors, but these corporate sponsors, these long bowl games. I don't have enough room. So
you mean in the name?
Yeah, I don't want to put all these corporate sponsors on there. Let's keep it simple.
You don't want to put the Roto-Rooter, Lay's potato chip, French's mustard.
No.
Do you need your handbag bowl?
Dude, I will put Bijan Mustardson on if they had a bowl.
I'll take the Bijan Mustardson bowl. Let's just 100%. Go with that.
So, Boca Raton, not a bad place. They have a bowl game. It's Liberty in Toledo. And,
Liberty has done some decent things, if I can recall.
Yeah, that's exactly who I'm picking.
I was going to go with Liberty.
Liberty
Not
Flames.
because you are.
Oh my God, that's freaking hilarious. Armed Forces Bowl.
I'll play your little game by your little rules. It's good.
Yeah. Armed Forces Bowl in Fort Worth. Baylor and the Air Force Falcons.
I think I'm going to go with the Bears on this one.
I'm leaning toward them. But man, I just don't think they're checked. I think they're checked out. I think Air Force is physical enough to hang and actually take advantage of a team that really doesn't want to be there.
That's another way to look at it.
I mean, now Fort Worth's not bad, but you got things to do in Fort Worth. But for the bowl season, I think it's just, hey, let me get my bowl swag, give me my bag, my watch, my gift card to whatever it is, and let's go to the house. I don't care about winning.
I mean, you could be right. A lot of these, hate to say it, B bowls is what I like to call them, as opposed to like, you got your A movie and your B movie. These may not even be B bowls. These may be like C bowls.
C bowls.
C bowls. But I'm gonna, they should at least win this week.
There's a good chance. In the home of the Stevie Lee, Shreveport, Louisiana, Independence Bowl, the Ragin' Cajuns and Dana Holgerson's Houston Cougars.
Going with the Cougs.
You going with the Cougs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They should, but I don't know who's actually playing for them. It depends. That's according to my buddy whose son is a kicker at Houston. I want to say Louisiana pulls off the upset, the Ragin' Cajuns.
Okay.
You see? You got it?
Got it.
Now on the blue turf at Boise State, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
I can't watch that. That's going to make me get nauseous.
It does. And friggin' Eastern Michigan and San Jose State. Man, it's a crapshoot right here.
I was about to say, I have no flippin' clue. Eastern Michigan Eagles?
Yeah, they used to be the
San Jose State
Spartans.
Okay, it looks like a Trojan or a Spartan, some sort of Greek warrior. I'll go with the Spartans.
Spartan. Yeah, I'm going with them too. All right, last, the Gasparilla Bowl. I have no idea. I think that's in San Francisco, maybe.
What's a Gasparilla? I know what Sarsaparilla is.
I don't know. It's like a sponsor, I think.
Sarsaparilla is like a soda.
Yeah.
Gasparilla.
Gasparilla is a sponsor.
It doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound like something I'd want to drink.
No, what? I don't want to know what that is.
Google that.
Actually, it's at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida, so not a bad destination.
Hold on, I'm looking up Gasparilla. Gasparilla. What is that?
What the hell is that? Oh, is that something there and something that happens in West Florida? They have a music festival.
What is Gasparilla? Look at this. Look at this.
Pirate festival.
Ha! Okay. Inspired by the legend of pirate Jose Gaspar, Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla was founded in 1904 as an organization dedicated to enriching the vitality of Tampa.
There we go.
Whatever the hell that means. Okay, so it's the Pirate Festival Bowl in Florida.
Pirate. Yeah.
It's Wake Forest and who?
Missouri. M-I-Z.
Missouri.
C-O-U.
Oh, I guess I'm going to go with, Missouri?
You want to go with Mizzou? They played some good. You know what? If Wake Forest's quarterback is playing, I'm going with them. I want to go with them right now for that.
Are you
there
Googling
it is.
that?
Huh?
Are you Googling that the quarterback's playing?
No, I feel pretty good about it. So the reason why this man, our buddy Chris Beard, the reason why the Chris Beard story is so deep, so low in the first segment is because there's nothing to really talk about. I mean, it's what we know is what happened a week ago.
Right.
All we can say, Tess, is the affidavit report is very damning.
Right.
And if our knowledge of how domestic violence cases go, the there's always an individual who gets arrested.
Of course.
There's an individual who gets bailed out by, lawyer and or a combination of family and friends.
Sure.
I'm not defending either side because I don't know enough, but I will say what I think is happening is this is a case. It appears to me that Chris Beard and his fiance is a good case of what appears to be a toxic relationship. Now, did everything happen on that affidavit, which anyone can find? It's available to read. Yeah, use your own judgment, but don't judge either side because
I think what you're implying is that obviously there needs to be an investigation.
Right.
Thorough. And, I mean, you can't make a definitive answer. And I'm guessing that's why UT hasn't made a definitive decision is because there needs to be a thorough investigation into all parties and what occurred and to see what really happened. And I think the truth will come out either way. And that I just hope that, it's a very difficult situation. So just thinking of any victims and on either side, and also that I hope that the college responds appropriately.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm just, I'm sorry to hear that it happened, and I'm even more sorry for anybody that's suffering because of the situation.
I've held back on posting anything.
Well, it's a very sensitive subject, I think. And
it's sensitive, but there are facts, and there's a somewhat of a track record, but those are not proven.
Right.
And that's my reservation about all this.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that people are working hard to uncover and investigate it properly, and that, in the meantime, give people proper protection in the meantime until they find out what's going on. And then, decisions will be made accordingly.
Right. And it's one thing that I know you can agree with me on, zero tolerance for domestic violence and laying a hand on a woman. Period.
Yes, I
100%.
think zero tolerance for laying a hand on. I'm a woman. I think anybody. I think there isn't, and there shouldn't be, for somebody who is surrounded by young athletes and looked at as a leader. You just can't have that. Not just as the coach of the University of Texas basketball team, but I think anywhere,
right.
That's just unacceptable. So again, I just hope that everything is done, properly, and that the right decisions are made.
They will. And I really hope that it's done sooner than dragging this out.
Yeah, I agree too.
Hey, before we hit a quick break, the last guest I had on in episode 212, Grant Long, 15-year NBA veteran forward. We crossed paths in Oklahoma City. He was one of the broadcast guys. Always had a great relationship with him, and he had told some great stories from the NBA. His playing days. He's now on the Detroit Pistons broadcast team, and man, great stories. He also had a take on Chris Beard, which was very similar to Tes's take on it, because there really isn't much you can say. Anyone has a lot of details. It's all opinion. It really is.
Right.
And you just cannot get your emotions caught up in this without facts. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about Christmas holidays, and we're going to pay tribute. We talked about the Gasparilla and pirates. Well, we're going to pay tribute to a certain pirate when we come back after this break. For all of your insurance needs, look no further than our primary sponsor, Jim Saxton State Farm Insurance Agency. The ATX OG has been insuring Austin for over 3 decades. And get this, Jim Saxton is a Longhorn legacy. He is the son of the late, great James Saxton, who was a Heisman finalist. Be sure to give him a call, or better yet, visit his website, saxtoninsurance.com, and tell him that the stories inside the Man Cave Boys recommended you.
Hey y'all, Kevin Hutcherson here with Realty Austin, and I am grateful to be a part of Stories Inside the Man Cave, a homegrown podcast just like my own business.
My favorite weather pattern happens to be when it rains mud. Dust comes through, rain on top of it, it rains mud. This weather report here, what do I know? I'm a football coach. I suggest you go out and do what I do. Get out of bed, go outside, then you know.
Because if that youth's got a rifle, there's some definite problems. You know, you'd have to get one of those Harry Potter activists to read up on how you kill a sun devil, because there's a lot of outside stuff there. Just as far as a beast alone, a buffalo's going to be pretty hard to tangle with. I mean, a buffalo's utterly outstanding. Well, but Butch is going to have to be clear-minded and crafty. I mean, Butch will find a way. There's no question. The Coug will find a way. Clear-minded and crafty, a combination of stay out of harm's way and attack when you get your chances or your openings.
We sat on that for a week. We took a week off at perhaps the wrong time, but it was a good time for us personally. But that was a lot last week, both ends of the spectrum.
Right.
Do you have any, I mean, as a fan, because I dealt with him a little bit in the media, and I have some friends who really, they became friends with him through vacationing in Key West.
Oh.
The guy is about as real as a human can be. I mean, is there anything you remember that – I know it's – anything you remember probably puts a big smile on your face.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was hilarious. And I remember one of my favorite sound bites is when he's describing his favorite candy. And he goes into grave detail about, gummy bears. They've got to be the Haribo. And I like Sprees only in a box, and you can't find them unless you go to a general store, and they cost $1. And then the other one is when he takes the chairs and throws them on the sidelines because the receivers are missing the ball. So he's like, y'all aren't sitting. You're not sitting. And, yeah, I mean, he's entertaining as hell. Also, obviously, a well-loved and good coach. And it was sad. It was sad, but I like the tribute you put together. I thought that was nice, and he will be missed. I don't think there's any doubt about that. The Pirate will.
Yeah, winningest coach in Texas Tech history.
Mm-hmm.
His background, his path to becoming a head coach. He was offered by the legendary Lavelle Edwards at BYU, who won a national title there in Mormon country in 1984, offered a scholarship, but Coach Leach decided, no, I don't want to play anymore. I'm going to learn from these coaches, and ended up, I think he went to Pepperdine to get his law degree, but he never practiced law.
He would have been a funny lawyer.
Oh my God, it would have been entertaining cases. Would have been funny if he was and Coach Beard hired him. But this is a loss for college football in many ways, because the guy knew a little about a lot. I mean,
yeah.
The conversations, he's from Wyoming. And so all the great American history from the middle part of the country, from the Dakotas, the story of Pocahontas, everything. Almost said Bushwick Bill. But
I thought you were going to start talking about Lewis and Clark.
Well, Lewis and Clark, he'll go on a rant. And then the Pirates. I love the tributes across the country with the pirate flag.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty great.
That was awesome. Oh my God! So yeah, you can, just research Mike Leach, and you'll learn quite a bit. And while you're at it, jump on wherever you're watching this, download the Horn 104.9 the Horns app, 104.9 Horn FM here in Austin, Texas. And once you download the app, you'll have access to all their partners who have podcasts, including this Stories Inside the Man Cave and Tuesdays with Tes. You can see it on that app quite often. Tes, yes, it's a great app. It actually works. A lot of people's apps are slow and have bugs.
It's a working app.
The app
bug free.
I caught you off guard. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right. I do like surprises, though.
It's surprising. Well, gifts. This is my gift to you to talk about maybe some of your favorite Christmas and holiday memories that you can recall.
Oh, gosh.
We're on the countdown.
There are so many.
We're 6 days out.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. Okay, gosh. This is difficult because I have a ton. Let me see if I can come up with one or five. So I will say, okay. So this is kind of, I don't know how Christmassy this is. More so than just funny. But when I was flying, I actually flew right when we were able to fly around COVID times. And I followed all the protocols. But it was a time when, people were just kind of getting used to wearing the masks, and that was just a new thing. Well, I remember being on the plane, and of course it's completely packed because it's the holiday season and everybody's traveling. But there was a lady catacorning for me in the aisle, and the flight attendant came up to her and said, "Ma'am, you're going to have to put on a mask." And this was still, like I said, it was kind of new. Right. She wasn't opposed to it by any means, but she didn't have one. And so I kind of caught out of the corner of my eye. She went and dug through her suitcase, and next thing I turn around, and she's got a pair of black thong underwear on her face. I mean, you got to give her an A for creativity.
Well, yeah.
I was like, that girl just put her panties on her face.
Were they clean?
I have no idea. I could not tell because they were covering her nose and her mouth, though. Then the flight attendant came back and was kind of chuckling to himself and was like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, it has to be a real mask and not your underwear." So he gave her a surgical mask and she put it on. But that's a holiday flight story, travel story that I'll never forget.
It's kind of like Die Hard because it was happening around Christmas, the movie.
Yeah.
It's relative to that because it was around Christmas time.
Yeah. I mean, it's not very holiday-ish. I mean, I don't know.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah. And, but yeah, that's just something I remember traveling during, the pandemic, which was new for all of us in that time. And now we're old cards at it. Right. And most of us now you don't even have to wear a mask on an airplane anymore. That's how far we've come. So, anyway, that's something I remember really funny, traveling in the last few years.
No, that's good, man. My story is not as good as that. I just think of Christmas and holidays, back when, back in the day, you knew, listen, life happens, people pass away and our families, but those memories remain. I remember you and I are Austin kids.
Right.
And I remember, man, thought it was the freaking Mecca going to Highland Mall to go see Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Santa Claus, go sit on that man's lap, and I thought, oh my God, man! I still to this day, Highland Mall is now a community college campus.
That's right.
North Cross Mall Santa wasn't as good to me.
But they had the ice skating rink.
They did, and that made up for it. The football games on Christmas morning in the front yard and streets, tackling our cousins in the streets. That's we came from the mean streets playing on the asphalt. People who went to Anderson played tackle football on the street. I'm just kidding. Right. It didn't make us any better, but those tackle football games, the Christmas Eves, opening gifts at G-Mall.
Yep. Leaving the stuff out for Santa. We always left cookies and milk and then carrots for the reindeer.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I would always sneak out of bed because my parents gave me a miniature flashlight when I was a kid. And I would sneak out of bed and I would go look at all the names on the packages. So I already knew which ones were mine.
Yeah.
And I would tiptoe back unnoticed. And I would get excited because I'd see something big.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you think everything that's big is good. And I was I remember seeing my name on some big ones one year and I was really excited.
Really excited about it.
They were life-size dolls, which is creepy as hell, but we put them in the back of the car too and took them to my grandparents' house. People probably thought we were freaks, but shit that happens when you're a kid.
100%. Here's one, a little older, but still quite a few years ago. I believe it was sophomore year in high school. We all had a Nintendo.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Remember the game Tecmo Bowl?
Oh, gosh. Dude, yeah. Are you kidding?
Dude, there'd be a bunch of us go over to my mom's, where I lived. Man, I wanted Tecmo Bowl so bad. Oh my God. So when my mom was at work or I would come home after practice, no, it was December. So there would have been no practice, but come home from school or after I worked or whatnot, I found this gift under the tree and it looked like that rectangle. So I thought it
was a Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah. So Mama, see, if you're watching this, I'm guilty as hell. I would boil some water to get the steam to undo the Scotch tape. And I would pull that game out and it was a Tecmo Bowl. And I played it. Wow.
Before Christmas?
So every time I'd ask her if unless I was out with my buddies or it didn't have to work and I said, how long are you gonna be? Where are you gonna be when you come back? 2 hours. Oh. I would put that in.
You little sneak.
Put my buddies come over and we'd play, and then I'd either hear the car door slam, put it right back into that wrapping paper and seal it back up. Tecmo Bowl. It was the best football game. I know technology's advanced, the games are better, but Tecmo Bowl was the shit. That's all I got to say.
You do pretend like you were surprised on Christmas morning.
Oh my God, I really got it.
This is amazing.
It was overly dramatic. Was there any Christmas candy or that was homemade from any member of your family that you remember that just brings back good memories? I'll say this, and I didn't really like it. Divinity.
Oh my gosh, Sean, I have the best Divinity story. That's exactly what I was going to bring up.
Let us have it.
So my grandmother, my mother's mother, used to make Divinity, which I don't know for the viewers if they know what it is. It looks like it's kind of like white fudge.
Yeah, just melt in your mouth.
Yeah, and it's very sweet. But she would make Divinity every year. Well, my sister was really little, and one year she walked up to my grandmother and said, "Are you going to make that virginity?" So from that day forward, we always called it Annie B's virginity.
Virginity.
We always had the biggest kick out of it. But yeah, I remember Divinity fudge.
Oh.
And
with the nuts.
flipping fruitcake. I mean, I don't even know
From
why.
Corsicana?
Eat
Gross.
that crap. I mean, and and then, every grandma always has a glass bowl of a bunch of hard candy, and it's all stuck together. And when you pick up one piece, it just comes out in one chunk.
Yes.
Always the grossest shit.
Oh my God.
But you know what I mean? Like every grandmother has that stuff in their house. Like it's like hard candy out of like a tin that nobody eats it.
Popcorn galore. Remember, so the hard Brock's candy, grandmas always would get a big old bag of it at Safeway.
Oh yeah.
Get a big old bag of that hard candy for like $2.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Good time. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
No. It's actually been fun talking about it.
It is fun. We could go on for days.
Yep.
Now the TikTok in the man cave, it's a family trying to create a photo while finding a Christmas tree. And they, of course, if you've noticed now, I swear, if you haven't already, you will now. Bless you. You see people dancing in front of a phone nowadays. Everywhere you go, they're making TikTok videos, and it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Because people don't care, but these people try to it's a synchronized dance at a Christmas tree farm. Here you go. This is just fits right in with the holiday memories. Okay. Why aren't you going?
Drop it to the flow, drop it to the flow, then. Now lean in. Turn around in. Turn around in. Now wiggle, 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 wiggle. Play daylight. Then strike a pose like.
Hey, 2H, they're on.
Oh, wow.
They're having fun.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Surely they found a tree, unlike the Griswolds that wasn't 15.
They probably forgot what they were doing there. They were like twerking, and they forgot they came there to buy a flipping tree.
Man, Mom was over there dropping it low. Dad's over there wearing his Wranglers.
Mm-hmm.
I bet they were out there for an hour trying to do that.
Oh, I bet that was a day thing. That was a half day.
The sun changed position as they were doing it.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, they're out there enjoying their holidays. Merry Christmas to that random.
That's true. Yeah, I know. Actually, it was entertaining. So
it was, but hey, holiday spirit time. It's time to be positive.
Hey, man, tell me something good.
Tes Sawyer. What do you, I mean, everybody's sick right now.
I know. I'm going to tell you what would be something good is that I get over this shit.
It takes 5 to 7 days. I'm on
I'm on like day 7 and I'm like, help me. But I mean, I'm not dying and I took all my tests. I don't have COVID. I don't have the flu. I think I just have like a chest cold and man, I'm praying that it's over before Santa comes down my little chimney. So anyway, I'm gonna keep that's gross.
Going down your little chimney.
Your face. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Geriatric.
Okay. Even we make flipping Santa Claus pornographic on this show. But I'm just hoping I feel better. Stop it. So gross. I can't believe I said that either. Gosh, that was actually it's kind of funny. But I want to feel better. I'm excited.
The little chimney did it for me.
I know. So bad. Santa would probably love my little chimney.
It's nice brick and mortar.
Oh.
Mrs.
Luckily,
Claus
all that's
ain't
coming
having
down
it.
into Santa, because you definitely can't fit a whole pack of reindeer in there. So
That's a long sleigh trip away from Mrs. Claus.
God, now you're making me out to be a home wrecker on Christmas. I just want everybody to have a happy and safe holiday season.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody gets to spend it with their friends and family. And I feel like everybody's kind of under the weather right now. So if you are feeling that way, I hope you feel better soon. I hope anybody in your family that's feeling that way feels better soon too. And, excited about the Alamo Bowl next week.
Yeah.
Excited about Christmas Eve, spending time with family. And that's it.
That's it. And then chimney sweeps after Christmas. Oh, that was hilarious. That's the best.
I was going to pull my hat down and just hang my head the rest.
Hide. Go find a rock.
Like mush mouth. Oh,
that's
God.
Funny. Oh, my God. That's hilarious. That was freaking phenomenal. So I'll tell you something good. This is going to be a little long, what I'm about to show y'all. But if you go to episode 213, it was the RBI story with Matt Price, the executive director and founder. So this time of year is the end of year giving. RBI Austin is an organization which I've been a mentor for about 7 years. It's for now, since its inception in 2011 to now, we serve either through baseball, softball, and the mentorship program over 1,500 Austin area kids who are from undesirable areas. Like all they need is somebody to believe in them, push them, show them the way. And these kids, as they've grown, they're blossoming. They have confidence. They got a support system. A lot of them have received college scholarships, whether for academics. All of a sudden, they go from not so great grades academically to these kids are getting academic scholarships. So it's phenomenal. So on our Facebook page, Stories Inside the Man Cave, and on my personal and on all Twitter and whatnot, Instagram, the end of year giving fund. And then you can find out how to get involved or whatnot. And then next year in January, we have our Now at Bat. It's huge. I mean, it's a huge event. If you want to sponsor or sponsor a table or just go, there's that information. But I want to show you this video, Tess, and everybody. So Kat Osterman, she's been a big part of this since day one. Well, now she's founded the Kat Osterman Instructional Softball League. But this young lady, I remember when this young girl became a part of the system, she really was seeking, and how she talks now. Just listen. This is what she's become because of RBI.
When I moved here, I was bullied a little bit, and I also broke my thumb. So I was a little scared coming back to softball. COSA and RBI built my confidence back up. It really helped me get back to the player that I was. Nobody can tear me down because I will come up again. And I feel like that's a lesson from softball.
COSA is Kat Osterman Softball Academy, powered by RBI Austin. In the fall, we don't have a lot for our junior high and high school softball athletes, and so this was an opportunity to continue training a little bit more year-round. It's important for them to know that you can be great at softball, but there's more to it. Obviously, we take care of the athletic piece on the field, academically, and then spiritually, we've been fortunate that, the athletes that have been part of it these first 2 years, to see the growth in such a short time has been really cool.
The lessons that you learn from RBI, they help me with my faith and helps you in life.
Perfect for this time of year, Tess. I mean,
that's great. Love it.
Going from at that Now at Bat event It was like 100 people when I started, 100 to 200.
That's
now
so
we're at
cool.
1,400 people. And the goal, I'll say this. Last year we broke a record in one night of fundraising.
Love it.
In one night, I think the goal this year may be to raise $1 million in one night.
Oh, my goodness. That'd be so great.
Oh, you got to come. You got to check this out. And I encourage you.
Be there.
All of you guys watching, listening. Now at bat in January. Let's go. That's awesome.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah. Good chimney. Chimney sweep. Yeah. Hey, Merry Christmas, Tes Sawyer.
No.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Sean, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
Everybody to all, and be sure to watch Christmas Vacation at least 5 times this week.
That's right. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
You should. That's real nice, Clark. Get yourself something real nice while he's paying for everything. Hey, get yourself something real nice on yourself.
Melikaliki Maka.
The Jelly of the Month Club. It's a gift that
That's
keeps
right.
on giving. Much love and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to Tes Sawyer and her family and to you watching this, as we absolutely are delirious, but wouldn't want it any other way. For Tes and the OG Man Cave boys, that being Hardball Hearts, Big Mike, and Coach Mo, Merry Christmas. We got it.